The Roman Catholic Church traces its roots back to the very beginnings of Christianity, a time when the seeds of faith were first sown in the ancient world. It all started with a man named Jesus of Nazareth, whose life and teachings would forever change the course of history. Jesus, who lived in the Roman province of Judea in the 1st century AD, preached a message of love, forgiveness, and salvation. His words offered hope to the oppressed and a new way of understanding one's relationship with God. He gathered disciples, performed miracles, and challenged the religious and political authorities of his time. His actions and teachings often put him at odds with the established order, leading to significant tension and conflict. His teachings resonated with many, and a small but growing group of followers began to see him as the Messiah, the Son of God. This belief set the foundation for what would become a global faith. After Jesus' crucifixion and resurrection, his apostles, filled with the Holy Spirit, continued his mission, spreading the Christian message throughout the Roman Empire. They were driven by a profound sense of purpose and divine inspiration. They traveled extensively, establishing small communities of believers in major cities like Jerusalem, Antioch, and Rome. These early communities were the first to practice and spread the teachings of Jesus. These early Christians faced persecution from both Roman authorities and Jewish leaders who saw their beliefs as a threat. Despite the dangers, their faith remained unshaken, and their numbers continued to grow. Yet, despite these challenges, Christianity continued to spread, attracting both Jews and Gentiles to its message of hope and salvation. The inclusive nature of the Christian message appealed to a wide range of people across different social strata. One of the most significant figures in the early church was Peter, considered the first pope. His leadership and dedication were instrumental in the establishment of the church. Peter, a fisherman by trade, became a close follower of Jesus and was present at many key moments in his ministry. His transformation from a humble fisherman to a pivotal leader is a testament to the power of faith. After the resurrection, Peter emerged as a leader among the apostles, preaching boldly and performing miracles. His actions inspired many and solidified his role as a cornerstone of the early church. According to Catholic tradition, Jesus entrusted Peter with the leadership of his church, making him the rock upon which he would build his church. This symbolic act underscored Peter's importance and the continuity of Jesus' mission. Peter eventually traveled to Rome, the heart of the Roman Empire, where he established a Christian community and continued to preach until his martyrdom under the Emperor Nero. His sacrifice became a powerful symbol of faith and dedication. The early church, though small and persecuted, laid the foundation for the Roman Catholic Church. Their resilience and unwavering faith set the stage for the church's future growth and influence. Its beliefs were rooted in the teachings of Jesus and his apostles, and its structure began to take shape with the emergence of bishops as leaders of local Christian communities. These early leaders played a crucial role in maintaining the unity and doctrinal integrity of the church. The stage was set for centuries of growth, expansion, and influence that would shape the course of Western civilization. The Roman Catholic Church, born from humble beginnings, would go on to become one of the most enduring and influential institutions in history. The first 3 centuries of Christianity were marked by periods of intense persecution, with Christians facing severe trials and tribulations. Roman emperors saw Christianity as a threat to their authority and the traditional Roman religion, which was deeply intertwined with the state. Christians were often arrested, tortured, and even executed for their beliefs, seen as subversive to the Roman way of life. Yet, despite these persecutions, Christianity continued to spread, fueled by the unwavering faith of its adherents and its message of hope and salvation. The sense of community and support among Christians also played a crucial role in its growth. The blood of the martyrs, as the saying goes, became the seed of the church. Their sacrifices inspired others to join the faith, seeing the strength and conviction of those who suffered for their beliefs. The turning point for Christianity in the Roman Empire came in the 4th century AD with the reign of Emperor Constantine the Great, a pivotal figure in the history of the church. Constantine, facing a crucial battle, reportedly had a vision of the Christian cross in the sky, accompanied by the words, "In this sign, conquer." This vision profoundly influenced his approach to Christianity. He went on to win the battle and attributed his victory to the Christian God, marking a significant shift in his religious policies. In 313 AD, Constantine issued the Edict of Milan, granting religious tolerance to Christians throughout the Roman Empire. This edict was a monumental step towards religious freedom. This edict marked a significant shift in the relationship between Christianity and the Roman state, allowing Christians to practice their faith openly without fear of persecution. With imperial favor, Christianity flourished. The newfound freedom allowed the faith to spread more rapidly and gain new converts. Churches were built, and Christianity became increasingly integrated into Roman society. The construction of these churches symbolized the growing acceptance and establishment of Christianity. Constantine himself converted to Christianity on his deathbed in 337 AD, solidifying his legacy as a Christian emperor. Under his successors, Christianity became the official religion of the Roman Empire, and pagan temples were closed or transformed into Christian churches. This transformation marked the end of the old religious order. This shift from a persecuted minority to the dominant religion of the empire had a profound impact on the development of the church, shaping its future. The church hierarchy also became more structured during this period, with clear lines of authority and organization. Bishops, as leaders of local Christian communities, gained increasing authority, particularly in major cities like Rome, Alexandria, and Constantinople. Their influence grew as the church expanded. The Bishop of Rome, considered the successor of Peter, gradually emerged as the patriarch of the Western Church, laying the foundation for the papacy. This development was crucial for the future of the Roman Catholic Church. The Roman Catholic Church, with its roots in the teachings of Jesus and his apostles, had become a powerful force in the world. Its influence would continue to grow, shaping the course of history for centuries to come. As Christianity spread throughout the vast expanse of the Roman Empire, distinct theological and cultural differences began to emerge between the eastern and western branches of the Church. These differences were influenced by the unique historical, social, and political contexts of each region. The Eastern Church, which was centered in the magnificent city of Constantinople, placed a strong emphasis on the mystical and contemplative aspects of Christianity. This was reflected in their rich tradition of icons, elaborate liturgies, and a deep sense of the divine mystery. In contrast, the Western Church, centered in the ancient city of Rome, focused more on legalistic interpretations of doctrine and the central authority of the Pope. The Western tradition developed a structured hierarchy and a systematic approach to theology. These differences, though subtle at first, gradually widened over the centuries. The culmination of these growing tensions was the major schism in 1054 AD, known as the Great Schism, which formally divided the Church. Several complex factors contributed to the Great Schism between the Eastern and Western churches. These included political, cultural, and theological disagreements that had been simmering for centuries. One major point of contention was the role and authority of the Pope. The Western Church asserted the primacy of the Pope, claiming that he held supreme authority over all other bishops, including those in the East. The Western Church's assertion of papal primacy was a significant point of conflict. They believed that the Pope, as the successor of St. Peter, had universal jurisdiction over the entire Christian Church. The Eastern Church, however, recognized the Pope as the first among equals, but firmly rejected his claim to universal jurisdiction. They believed in a more collegial and conciliar model of church governance. This disagreement over papal authority was not just a matter of church politics. It reflected deeper theological and cultural differences between the two branches of Christianity. These differences were rooted in their distinct historical experiences and spiritual emphases. Another significant point of contention was the Filioque clause in the Nicene Creed. This seemingly minor addition had profound theological implications. The Western Church added the phrase, "and the Son," Filioque in Latin, to the Creed, asserting that the Holy Spirit proceeded from both the Father and the Son. This addition was intended to clarify the relationship within the Trinity. The Eastern Church, however, maintained the original wording of the Creed, stating that the Holy Spirit proceeded from the Father alone. They viewed the Filioque as an unauthorized alteration that disrupted the balance of the Trinity. This theological dispute, though seemingly minor to some, had significant implications for the understanding of the Trinity and the nature of the Holy Spirit. It highlighted the divergent theological perspectives of the East and West. The Great Schism in 1054 AD formally divided Christianity into two major branches, the Roman Catholic Church in the West and the Eastern Orthodox Church in the East. This division was a watershed moment in Christian history. This division had a profound and lasting impact on the course of Christian history. It led to centuries of separation, theological debate, and even conflict between the two branches. The legacy of the Great Schism continues to influence Christian relations to this day. During the Middle Ages, monasticism played a vital role in the spiritual and intellectual life of the Roman Catholic Church. Monasteries, secluded communities of monks living under vows of poverty, chastity, and obedience, became centers of learning, prayer, and service. Monks preserved ancient texts, copied manuscripts, and developed agricultural techniques, contributing significantly to the preservation and transmission of knowledge during a time of great upheaval and change. One of the most influential monastic orders was the Benedictines, founded by Saint Benedict of Nursia in the 6th century AD. The Benedictine rule, with its emphasis on prayer, work, and community, provided a framework for monastic life that spread throughout Europe. Benedictine monasteries became known for their scholarship, hospitality, and role in promoting education and agriculture. They played a crucial role in preserving classical learning and transmitting Christian values throughout the medieval world. Alongside the structured life of monasteries, the Middle Ages also witnessed a flourishing of mystical spirituality. Mystics, seeking a direct and personal experience of God, emphasized contemplation, prayer, and inner transformation. They often wrote about their mystical experiences, providing insights into the depths of Christian spirituality. Figures like Hildegard von Bingen, Meister Eckhart, and Julian of Norwich left a rich legacy of mystical writings that continue to inspire and challenge readers today. The Middle Ages, often seen as a dark age, were in reality a time of great spiritual and intellectual ferment. The Roman Catholic Church, with its monasteries, mystics, and theologians, played a central role in shaping the culture, beliefs, and values of medieval Europe.